So one of the biggest struggles that we face as guitarists is being able to move freely across the fretboard. There's plenty of lessons about this, and what I want to do is give you an idea that I think is possibly one of the biggest hurdles or struggles for intermediate guitarists, and it all has to do with this guy, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So if you guys are digging these lessons, do me a huge favor, hit the subscribe button. It is a great way to support the channel. It's free. Also, you can get the tabs. I got free tabs for you. I'll link that down below if you want to follow along with today's lesson. And let's get into this, and I hope that you get something out of this one. All right, so come on. So a lot of the mobility issues that will present themselves to an intermediate guitarist is that you have really gotten used to anchoring your index finger. So here's what we're going to learn today to try to break that. So in the beginning, there is a lot of anchoring out of our index finger. You're doing bar chords, you're playing your pentatonic scale. And it's all very vertical or horizontal. What we want to do is try to play diagonally. And really the secret to that, at least in my opinion, is unlocking your index finger. So instead of always playing like this and then reaching up to get the next note, and then moving up, something like that, what I want to do is start shifting our index finger up to the next position. So you're kind of like preparing yourself ahead of time for a much more diagonal approach. And that's what we're doing. So what we're doing is technically playing an add 9 arpeggio. You have your root, which would be A, your 2 or your 9 in this situation, which would be B, your C sharp, which is your major third, and then I'm just going to go to your 5th. So you have root, 3rd, 5th, and you're adding your 2 or your 9. And I'm doing an octave. But the secret is that index finger shift. So we're gonna go 5, 7, 9 on the low E string. Then you're going to shift up with your index finger. Look at that. This is the key right here. Instead of going to the next note in the scale, which would go like this, we're shifting up with our index finger. And by doing that, I shift my entire hand. Look at that, you see? Look at this, look at how much more real estate I have. If I stayed here, I'm stuck in this position. You know, I can reach a little bit, but here, I've opened up a whole new roadmap for my fingers to just travel around on. Okay? So 5, 7, 9, 7. Now I'm going to roll my finger, my index finger here, and get that A note right there on the D string or 7th fret. And then you go 9, 11 on the D, which is the same thing as this. Just doing an octave. Okay, now again, the shift here is crucial because we don't want to just be stuck in one spot. We're going to move our index finger all the way up here to 9. And to accommodate for the tuning of our guitar, we're just in standard tuning, but we know the B string is like our ultimate enemy. You're gonna go 9 on the 9 on the G, to 10, 12 on the B, and then 9 on the high E string. Now what notes were those? That was our E, which is our 5th, A, which is our root, that B note, which is your 2, or the 9, and then you have your C sharp. So it's the same notes, just in a different order. And walk it back down. So after you go up, okay? It is such a good exercise that personally I think sounds musical. Like I just like the way that it sounds. It's fun to play. I just like that sound. You can even just loop half of it. You know, something like that. Now, what I wanted to also do is show you the minor version of this by shifting up. So we're going to go up. And do this one. So we're going to go 7th fret on the low E string. Okay. To 9, to 10. And again, shift up with your index finger to that 5th right there, that 9th fret on the A. So, roll your index finger, 9 on the D, 11 on the D, 12 on the D. So, okay, you shift up again. 11 on the G, 12 on the B, 14 on the B, to 10 on the high E string. So. Okay, good exercise. You know, break it into small chunks, whatever you want. But just between those, it really gets you unlocking that index finger. Because like I said, so many things that you learn when you're transitioning from beginner to intermediate is this very stationary anchoring position out of our index finger. And we really want to be able to travel diagonally across it, or at least in my opinion we do. You know, freely. You want to do all directions. You know, up, down, left, right, all of it. You know, doesn't matter where you are, you should be able to play confidently in any direction on the guitar, and this is a great way to unlock that diagonal approach. So there you guys have it, short, sweet, to the point. Picking, you could pick this thing a whole lot of different ways. The first half of it, typically, I'm probably like economy picking. But this one, I alternate pick. I don't know, the picking to me is not as crucial on this one. You could alternate pick the whole thing and it'd be great. It's more about left hand, you know, getting your left hand used to moving diagonally. This hand kind of just does the same thing all the time. So anyways, on that note, thank you all so much for tuning in. Like I said before, get the tabs if you would, subscribe. And I just hope you guys are digging all these lessons. It has been really fun for me to get back into doing more lessons this year. So other than that, I will see you all later. I appreciate you, homies. Bye.